Welcome to Interpreters and Interrupters. I'm your host, Maritza. I'm so thankful that it's been a year since I started this podcast. The response has been amazing. Thank you for all of you who have liked and subscribed and followed. You can see videos here on YouTube or listen to the audio-only episodes anywhere you listen to your podcast. Interpreters and Interrupters is a podcast for interpreters of all languages and all levels. So whether you're a new interpreter or you've been doing this type of work for a long time now, like I have, welcome. It's interesting, though, how the little everyday words always come and bite you, huh? For me, a couple of weeks ago, it was handkerchief, and last week it was lightning. I'm a medical interpreter, so I didn't expect lightning or handkerchief to come up in the conversation between the medical provider and the patient. It took me a few seconds, but I got it. Which country has the most spoken languages? I'll help you out a bit. It's one of these: Indonesia, Nigeria, India, China, the United States. It's Indonesia, with more than 700 languages, followed by Nigeria with more than 500. India has more than 450. China has more than 350. And the United States has a range between 350 to 430 languages. Indonesia made Indonesian their official language. Nigeria's official language is English. India does not have a single national language, but the Constitution of India recognizes Hindi in the Devanagari script as the official language of the Union government. The Constitution also specifies that English will be used for all official purposes. Back in March, the new administration at the White House announced that English is now the official language of the United States. The executive order from the president starts like this: From the founding of our republic, English has been used as our national language. Our nation's historic governing documents, including the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, have all been written in English. It is therefore long past time that English is declared as the official language of the United States. A nationally designated language is at the core of a unified and cohesive society, and the United States is strengthened by a citizenry that can freely exchange ideas in one shared language. My question is, why? Why do we have to do this? Everyone knows that English is the main language spoken here in the United States, as well as an official language for all government agencies. Out of all the languages that are spoken here, English is the main one, immediately followed by Spanish. I don't want to make Interpreters and Interrupters a political platform, but I do want to continue reading what the executive order says, because we have been experiencing a lot of division in the past 10 years. The executive order goes on to read, to promote unity, cultivate a shared American culture for all citizens, ensure consistency in government operations, and create a pathway to civic engagement. It is in America's best interest for the federal government to designate one, and only one, official language. This involves interpreters. Now that English is the official language, what happens to the other languages? For example, like most things that come from the White House, it's divisive. And it has gone as far as to eliminating American Sign Language interpreters from the White House in January. The White House didn't give a reason why they were doing away with American Sign Language interpreters for briefings. But sure enough, negative response came about, especially from the National Association of the Deaf. They have actually sued the White House. They argue that the removal of interpreters violates the rights of deaf and hard of hearing Americans to access critical government information as protected by laws such as the Rehabilitation Act. The lawsuit asserts that captions alone are not sufficient for many deaf individuals, as ASL is a distinct language with its own grammar and structure, and it is the primary language for hundreds of thousands of Americans. And this isn't the first time that this has happened. My heart goes out to the ASL interpreters that have lost their job because of this. Recently, a judge was looking into the case, but so far there has been no decision. Let's talk a little bit about first impressions. According to Psychology Today, it only takes about 7 seconds for someone to get a first impression from you. They could have a good first impression of you or a bad first impression of you. How people come about judging you without getting to know you first is an unknown. It could be so many things: your hair, your skin color, the tone of your voice, your height, the clothing that you're wearing. It could be anything, really. Recently, an interpreter told me you could always tell an agency interpreter by the way they dress because they all dress bad. Ah, that's pretty harsh. There is a dress code. Usually the dress code is business casual. So don't let your first impression be a bad first impression to a potential coworker or boss. Do wear a button-down shirt or a blouse. Do wear slacks. Don't wear dirty sneakers. Do wear nice shoes that are clean and polished. And still add something of your own style to business casual. You might add a bow tie, a tie, a necklace, a brooch, maybe a nice purse, something that says something about you. First impressions count. You're a professional, whether you're new or you've been doing this job for a while. You want to look good and make a good first impression. Speaking of first impressions, thank you for liking and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It would mean the world to me, and it will help other interpreters find this podcast. Here's a question from Candela13695. Regarding the video, is over-the-phone interpreting harder than you think? They write, I am currently working as an OPI, and yes, the scariest thing is never knowing what the call is going to be about. I think I am struggling to do more calls during the day because of the uncertainty factor and also because of the bad acoustics in calls. It is extenuating to try to understand through the noise. Do you have any relaxation tips to deal with mental fatigue? We all get stressed out, whether we're in person, over video, or over the phone. Before the session, sit or stand and close your eyes and just breathe. Remember to breathe during your sessions. This will help you with rendering and keep you relaxed. Take a break, especially if you've had a long session. Find a quiet place or put some headphones on with white noise and just take a minute or two to close your eyes and think of nothing. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope you join me for the next episode of Interpreters and Interrupters.